Now you might be looking at this kind of graphic and going, okay, I get my computer, but what is this Miniconda, Conda, Python, all these graphics I've never seen before? What is actually going on here? And don't worry if you're feeling like that. It took me a long time to get my head around this kind of workflow, more specifically this one here. So this is what we're going to be setting up in this lecture. Now remember, this one is for Windows. So if you're on a Mac, you may want to go to the Mac version of this. But if you're on Windows, you can stay here and watch right through this. We're going to build out this little workflow from scratch. Now, this is what you likely have. You're probably watching this video on your computer. What we're going to do is set up this project folder and then use Conda. We'll worry about data later in a future lesson. But we're going to set up a project folder and then use Conda, the personal assistant of our data science and machine learning tools, to create this environment. Now remember, this is the kind of workflow that you would do for each new project. And for this lecture, we're going to set up a sample project folder, but we're going to have experience setting up this kind of workflow in each of the hands-on projects throughout this course. But this is just to get your head around it, to understand what this kind of workflow looks like. And so we can just practice setting up a new project and getting our tools ready for data science and machine learning. More specifically, we're going to be going through these steps here. Now this flowchart will be in the resources section, but if we have a look here, this is the Miniconda one we're going to be taking because we've chosen to use Miniconda because it is the data scientist's workbench. And it takes up 10 times less space on our computer than Anaconda, but offers all the value of what Conda can offer. Let's start with download Miniconda, install it to your computer, test the installation, create a project folder and change into it, create an environment folder with the project within the project folder, activate the new environment, which will give us access to the tools we've installed to our environment, install Jupyter, load up a Jupyter notebook and check the tools you need. So let's get started. To begin, we open up a web browser and it's conveniently got Miniconda download here already done. So we're going to search Miniconda download. Click on the link, will take you to the Miniconda download page. The link looks something like this. But what you should see is a few options here for downloads, a few more links. Now, because we're doing the Windows version, we're going to download the Windows version of Miniconda. Remember, if you're on Mac OS, you might want to look into the Mac OS version, but this lecture we're using Windows. So we're going to choose the latest one, which is Miniconda Windows 64-bit, Python 3.7, because Python 2.7 is getting deprecated after 2020. So we're going to focus on Python 3+. So we click that. I'm going to click run. Windows is going to run a security scan over that and then we'll wait for the download to download. We might skip this video a little bit forward once the download's complete. Once the download's complete, this little icon here, which is the Miniconda icon, might appear in your bar down here. But otherwise, if it doesn't, check your downloads folder for the file name that we downloaded. It should look something like this. And click on it and you should see something like this appear. Now to go through these steps, we're just going to hit next. I agree. I'm going to keep it on the recommended settings, which is going to install. Now you're going to see the Anaconda logo here, but don't be confused by that. We're installing Miniconda. This is the one you want to pay attention to. We're going to click just me, keep it recommended. Next. Now in my case, it's going to be in my user account. So users/Daniel/Miniconda3. You might want to store it somewhere different, but make sure it's easily accessible. In the users folder is easily accessible for me, so I'm going to keep it there. Again, we're going to keep this on the recommended setting, as you can see here. Not recommended. Install. And I will just wait for this to install. Beautiful. Now the installation's complete. It might have taken a few minutes, but that's okay. We're going to untick these. And we're going to click finish. So now we should have, if you've gone through those setup steps, you should have Miniconda installed on your computer. So what does this mean? Well, we've gone through step 1 and 2 of what we're going to go through. Now, we're going to end this lecture here. You might be thinking, Daniel, there's still a bunch of steps we haven't done. But yeah, to prevent this lecture from getting too long, we're going to take care of these, test the installation, create a project folder, and all the rest in the next video. So I'll see you there.